What is writing? Writing is the process of using symbols, letters of the alphabet, punctuation, and spaces to communicate through the ideas and in a readable form. Writing is a medium of human communication that represents language and emotion through the inscription or recording of signs and symbols. Characteristic of written language, a writer's view. 1. Permanence. 2. Production time. 3. Distance. 4. Orthography. 5. Complexity. 6. Vocabulary. And 7. Formality.
Micro skills for writing. 1. Produce grammars and orthographic patterns of English. 2. Produce writing at an efficient rate of speed to suit the purpose. 3. Produce an acceptable core of words and use appropriate word order patterns. 4. Use acceptable grammatical system, example, tense, agreement, pluralization patterns, and rules. 5. Express a particular meaning in different grammatical forms. Types of classroom writing performance. 1. Imitative or writing down. At the beginning level of learning to write, students will simply write down English letters, words, and possibly sentences in order to learn the convention of the orthographic code. 2. Intensive or controlled. Writing is sometimes used as a production mode for learning, reinforcing, or testing grammatical concepts. This intensive writing typically appears in controlled writing grammar exercise. This type of writing does not allow much, if any, creativity on the part of writer. 3. Self-writing. A significant proportion of classroom writing may be devoted to self-writing or writing with only the self in mind as an audience. The most silent instance of this category in classroom is note-taking, where students take notes during a lecture for the purpose of letter recall, example, diary or journal writing. 4. Display writing. For all language students, short answer exercises, essay examination, and even research reports will involve an element of display.
Principle for designing writing techniques. Incorporate practice of good writers. For example, good writers 1. Focus on goal or main idea in writing. 2. Perceptively coach their audience. 3. Spend some time, but not too much, planning to write. 4. Follow a general organizational plan as they write. 5. Easily let their first ideas flow onto the paper. 6. Revise their work regularly and efficiently. 7. Patiently make as many revisions as needed. 2. Balance process and product. Because writing is a composing process and usually requires multiple drafts before an effective product is created, make sure that students are carefully led through appropriate steps in the process of composing. 3. Account for cultural or literary background. Make sure that your technique do not assume that your students know English rhetorical convention. If there are some apparent contrasts between student native tradition and those that you are trying to teach, try to help students to understand what it is and bring them to use of acceptable English rhetoric.
4. Connect reading and writing. By reading and studying a variety of relevant types of text, students can gain important insight both about how they should write and subject matter that may become topic of their writing. 5. Provide as much authentic writing as possible. Sharing writing with other students in the class is one way to add authenticity. Publishing a class newsletter, writing a resume and advertisements, all this can be seen as authentic writing. 6. Frame your techniques in terms of rewriting, drafting, and revising stages. Process writing approach tend to be framed in 3 stages of writing. 7. Strive to offer techniques that are as interactive as possible. 8. Sensitively apply methods of responding to and correcting your students' writing. 9. Clearly instruct students on the rhetorical, formal convention of the writing.
Evaluating student writing. The evaluation of writing, especially in a process-oriented classroom, is a thorny issue. In your evaluation of student writing, the most instructive evaluative feedback you can give is your comments, but specific and summative regarding the student work.